Hi folks, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Greg and this is All About Candles. I'm your Canadian candle connoisseur. And today I have another Bath & Body Works review for you. This is a Fiji White Sands. My favorite line, the neutrals line. Truthfully, this candle came out a while ago. I think it's been out for at least 3 or 4 years, and I've never really given it a chance, and I'm not too sure why. I feel like maybe the first time I picked it up, I feel like I smelt it and just felt like it was kind of a bland coconut candle, which is weird because on first sniff you can get a bit of a coconut impression, but there is actually no coconut in this candle. That being said, it also reminds me a little bit of Tiki Beach. I was surprised by this one. I really liked it. I liked it so much actually that I repurchased it and I have that one here too so that I can really get my nose in there and give you guys my thoughts on it. I love these White Barn neutral candles. I think that they're so chic and contemporary, and I think that it being packaged that way is probably what, nudged me into giving it a chance, and I'm really glad I did. Let's get into the fragrance. The scent notes are fresh cut sugarcane, white nectarine, and sandalwood. White nectarine is really a thing. White nectarines are sweeter, more floral, less acidic or tart than a regular nectarine is. And I love it because there is like a floral note that's kind of happening here, even though there isn't really a floral component. I think it's that white nectarine that's giving it that sort of a vibe. The sandalwood, it's a very light, creamy sweetness. It's not like a super dry sandalwood, and it's not a super heavy sandalwood like you're sometimes used to from Bath & Body Works. No, it's more of a deep, creamy, sweet sandalwood, and I really appreciate that. It's a very beachy, escapist candle. That's actually why I got a second one, is because I think this will make such a great burn for like a hot, long summer day, which hopefully we'll have some of those coming up soon. I love it. And the sugarcane gives it a sweetness that's not super sugary, right? Because it's more of an authentic sugar cane, as opposed to like a really sweet, granulated sugar type of scent. Like it's definitely, I feel like it's almost conceptually a coconut candle, but it's not. There is no coconut, although you'd be forgiven on first scent. You'd be forgiven to think that there is some coconut in there, but it's what the white nectarine and the sugarcane and the sandalwood kind of combines together to almost give you like a conceptual coconut fragrance. And I really like it. It's kind of got a bit of a Tiki Beach vibe. If anyone's ever burned Tiki Beach, that is one of my other favorites during the summertime. And I'm really glad that I decided to pick this up and give it a try because I like it. And not only do I really like it, but it burned beautifully for a neutral candle. And I've been on a pretty good streak with the neutral candles. I reviewed Blue Verbena and Lime not too long ago, which wasn't a candle I was thrilled with, but it performed beautifully. And it broke that streak that I was on of all of these neutrally packaged candles performing really badly. It broke that streak. And this one continues to break the streak. It looks pretty good. I did burn it all the way down until you could see the wick clips. And then it's got the thin core wicks on it, as you can see from my new one. But look at very little discoloration all the way down to here. I didn't let it extinguish itself. I put the last little bit of it under a candle lamp because I kind of just assumed that it was gonna get really like murky and weird, but I'm wondering now, maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe I should have just let it burn and extinguish itself. But it was a really nice clean burn. I mean, the thin core wicks, you have to stay on top of them. They mushroom. You can't burn it for more than 3.5 hours. You have to keep an eye on them for sure. And I'm sure that if you were to accidentally let this one go over the 3 hour mark, you'd end up with some problems. But I'm pretty strict with Bath and Body Work candles about only having them lit for like a 3 hour maximum. There are very few Bath and Body Works that I've discovered that you can just let roll for a long time. They're very few and far between. And you should never. They always recommend, no longer than 3 hours. Yeah, and so it performed really, really, really well. Strength and throw is something that, you might want to check your expectations for. And so I'm going to be super honest. I don't always need a candle to like knock me over. I like it when they do, but I think that this was meant to be sort of a softer fragrance. I feel like if they had done anything to project these fragrance notes any louder, I feel like you'd end up with a much different experience. Whereas this candle, it feels like it's not supposed to be sort of slapping you in the face because there's such a creamy softness to it that I feel like if any of these scent notes had been amplified, you wouldn't get the same really nicely balanced scent. And so yeah, it performed forever. I was so surprised. It was my second neutral candle in a long time that burned so nicely that I took a little picture of it just to show you. Oh my God, I'm all the way down to here and it's not black, it's not sooting, there's not tons of debris in the wax pool. It burned beautifully. And even though I'd say strength and throw was like a 6 on a 10, which, isn't great. So if you're looking for a powerhouse candle that's kind of similar to this, I would probably go with one of their more coconutty candles, Tiki Beach, Waikiki Beach Coconut, etc. And so yeah, I was mostly getting a 6 out of this. I did put it into a candle hurricane for a little while, like a tall cylindrical glass candle hurricane, because I did want it to project a little bit more. Putting in the hurricane, I think the strength and throw got up to maybe a 6.5. Maybe. I didn't actually notice that much of a difference burning it in the hurricane as opposed to just burning it regularly. So I totally recommend it, and it was a repurchase for me. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope that the weather is improving wherever you are and you're getting a taste of spring. And I will see you next time here at All About Candles. Let's all burn some candles and bitch about it. Bye-bye.